Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to have 5 tips, tricks, and just general thoughts about the health fitness journey that many of us are on, especially through the new year. It's a big goal that many of us have, and over the years I've just kind of thought and observed some things that I figured I'd share. Please let me know in the comments down below if you agree with these 5 things, if you disagree, or if you have other things that I did not touch on in this video. Please, let's lift each other up in our journeys and know that, it's going to take time. So let's just get into it. So the first thing, and I think it's the biggest thing, is having realistic expectations for ourselves. I think a lot of times we get hyped up on the new year and new year goals and resolutions and everything, which is great, but we also set up unrealistic expectations. I used to drink between 3 or 4 32-ounce Cokes a day, whether that be McDonald's or going through a gas station. I would get one in the morning, one after work, one before lunch, and then sometimes an after work Coke in the right before bed in the evenings. And going from that to saying, okay, 0 Cokes, you're going cold turkey, wasn't realistic for me. Now, some people could do that. I mean, my husband, when he decides, and I've talked about this in previous videos, when he decides to commit to something, he just has a strong will, and he's really good at telling himself no. Me, I have to give stuff up in baby steps and wean myself off things, especially the amount of caffeine I was putting into my body. I couldn't just go cold turkey. But slowly and surely, I started backing myself off. I would be like, okay, I'm not going to stop before work and get a Coke. I'm not going to get, I'm going to cut myself off from 32 ounces. I'm going to go to just drinking cans, and then from cans to, not as many cans a day, and then from not as many to some days I'm not going to have one. Beginning of the week I'll have a Coke because it's Monday, I'm trying to get back into the work groove, and I'll have one on Monday, but then Tuesday I'm not going to have any, and then Wednesday I'm going to have one, and I had to kind of slowly build to where my body got used to not having as much and as many, to where now I can go days without, a Coke, and of course I want one. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I still want one, I still would love to have one, but it's not as just caffeine headaches and feeling sluggish. It's not so much of that anymore. It's just the want of one. So managing your expectations is a huge one, and setting small goals to work up to the big ones. If you don't eat any fruit, instead of throwing out everything you have in your refrigerator and replacing it all with fruit and expecting yourself to just eat fruit every day, every meal, or whatever, that's not super realistic because you never eat fruit. Maybe instead say, okay, I'm going to have a banana every morning. And you have a banana every morning. And then when you get used to that routine, then you can say, okay, now I'm going to incorporate a banana every morning and something else at lunch, or whatever it is. So that's one of, I think, the biggest tips is people go into their health fitness journey and expect just to be able to go cold turkey on the bad stuff and just want all the good stuff. And although you can do it, and I'm not saying you can't, I'm saying that the majority of the people that I've ran into, and myself included, it's not a sustainable way to do it. And I feel like people give up a lot faster when they do it that way. So that's my number 1. My number 2 is setting yourself up for success. So on that same token, if you're wanting to stop drinking Coke, don't have it as accessible to you. For me, I started leaving later for work, so I didn't really have the time to stop before work to get a Coke. Those little things, I set up roadblocks for myself, so I really had to really want one to get one, instead of it being easily accessible, not having it in your refrigerator, not having cash on hand, taking things away to where it's not as easy to access the things that you want, that you don't want to be eating anymore or drinking anymore. Same with exercise. Try to do it before work or after work, or have your workout clothes already set out for you the night before, or have your water in the refrigerator. just little things. Have your veggies all cut up so that way you can just grab and go. Setting yourself up for success and trying to like meal prep and stuff too is huge. So that way through the week when you're getting tired because you work a full-time job and you're just at, your gas is down to almost zero when you get home, you've already done a lot of stuff to where, yeah, you could still choose the bad things, but it's easier to choose the things you want to choose because you've already put in the work. So yeah, setting yourself up for success is a huge one. Number 3 is getting an accountability partner. And I don't mean getting an accountability partner that will be in your corner when you're doing really well and then have someone who will help you make excuses when you decide that you don't want to do it anymore. We all have had that accountability partner. I've been that accountability partner where it's like, hey, you want to hold me accountable for, not drinking Coke? And I'm like, yeah, sure, let's do it. No Coke, 30 days, we got this. And then, day 3, my friend's texting me like, oh, I really, I want a Coke, like, today's just been the worst, and and I think I'm going to get one. And instead of being like, no, stay strong, it's like, yeah, you totally deserve it. Or when she texts me saying, oh, I messed up, you're like, oh, that's fine, I get it, I understand, you can do better tomorrow. And although that's true, I mean, if they mess up, you obviously don't be like, well, you failed, you failure, But at the same time, if you're going to be someone's accountability partner, and if you want an accountability partner, you need to have an accountability partner that will keep you accountable. I get super frustrated with my husband for this very thing because I'll tell him goals and I'll tell him things that I want to do. And then, he'll try to be that good accountability partner for me. Then I get mad at him because I'm like, just leave me alone. I don't want to anymore. And, I get frustrated but he's just trying to do what I've asked him to do. And that's who you need as an accountability partner. You need someone who will be strict with you and stern with you and be like, no, you said that you didn't want to do this. Don't do it. Don't make excuses for yourself. Don't say, well, this changes things, or yes, life happens. You knew that when you decided that should be a goal. You should have already, thought about that before you made it a goal. Obviously, different people need different levels of accountability. If you have a super sensitive person, obviously I want to go as far as to make them cry because they didn't hit a goal or whatever. But I hope you understand what I'm saying. A lot of times we get accountability partners who are friends or siblings or whatever who aren't as hard on you as they should be, if that makes sense. So find an accountability partner that will actually be an accountability partner. Number 4 is, I was reading my notes and I couldn't read what I wrote. Number 4 is, like, you do not have to spend money to hit your fitness goals. Like, and I fall into this trap every time too, and I was telling Jared about it and he's like, that's so silly. And I'm like, I do it. I'm sure some other people do it too. Please leave a comment down below if you are one of those people too, to show my husband that I'm not the only one. Is when I decide, okay, I'm going to eat healthy, I'm going to work out, I'm going to do all this stuff, great. I go out and I buy all healthy food, I throw all my bad junk away. I, want to spend money on workout outfits. I want to get equipment. I want to, do this and that. And I want to, and all that comes with spending money, right? You don't need to do that. You don't need the water bottle with, like, the marks of, like, get up, 7 a.m., whatever. You don't need all that to start. I'm not saying that that stuff isn't a good thing and you can't get that stuff, but a lot of times, me included, is when I start a fitness goal or a health journey, I go overboard and I spend a ton of money, and then I end up feeling guilty because I've spent a ton of money and I don't follow through, and I go back to my bad habits, and then that guilt associated with spending money that, I shouldn't have. It's just a cycle. You don't need to spend money to be fit or healthy. You can build it up, you can budget for it, you can do things. A lot of workouts are free on YouTube. A lot of gyms have, special deals where you can try classes for free before you sign up. Healthy food, again, it goes back to that whole, like, doing it in sections, like setting yourself up for success. You know, you do not have to go out and spend a ton of money on equipment and healthy food and gym memberships and all this stuff. Build up to it. Set yourself up for success. Have good expectations for yourself. And then as you go, then yes, obviously, okay, I need a new workout outfit. Budget for it. But don't go to Lululemon or one of these high-priced fitness gear and buy all this stuff just to try to motivate yourself, because you don't need to do that. The fifth and final thing, again, I can't read my writing. Oh yes. Fifth and final thing, and this is really important too, is make sure you're doing it for you. You know, a lot of times we want to be healthy or fit or both, really, not only for ourselves, but we have like a driving factor. I mean, you know, you have a husband or a significant other that you're wanting to look good for, or you see someone else that you envy and you aspire to be, which isn't bad. You can have people you look up to, but make sure you are wanting to change yourself for you. You want to make sure that you want to be healthy and you want to be fit and you want to, you know, look a certain way or whatever for you and not for someone else, or not to idolize someone, but you yourself truly want it. Because if you yourself if you don't truly want it, then it's never going to be successful. Because you're going to give up, you're going to forget it, you know. You've got to truly have your, like Dave Ramsey says in your finance journey, the I've had it moment. You kind of have to have a I've had it moment for health and fitness, and if you don't have that for yourself, the journey is going to be insanely difficult. You're going to need to do it for no one else but yourself. And obviously, like, you want to look good for your husband. You want him to find you attractive, or your girlfriend or wife or whoever. And that's not a bad thing. But you can't bank your success on that. That can't be your sole reason, because it needs to come from you. It needs to be a thing that you truly want for yourself to be successful. So anyways, I've talked enough about my 5 tips, tricks, and just overall thoughts about losing weight and health and all that good stuff. Like I said, please leave a comment down below about your thoughts. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and I will see you in my next video. I hope you all are having a great day, and if you have today off because of MLK Junior Day, I hope you're having fun with your family or your friends or whoever, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye!